So today I woke up and was like pretty awake at like 7.
Oh.
Oh.
But then I decided to go back to bed mostly out of pride.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever go to sleep out of spite?
It's kind of what I did, and I'm glad I did. I feel way better than I would have. But yeah, it was good. It's a good time.
You're an interesting human being, to say
Dude,
the least.
Every minute I'm sleeping is a minute I'm not killing myself.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
What's the guy's name on first base?
So what is on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on third?
I don't know.
Oh, he's on third. We're not talking about him.
Welcome back to Baseball Banter. It's a beautiful day today because we have live baseball coming back to you from spring training all the way from Arizona and Florida. All the MLB teams will head off and they will play games that do not matter, but everybody will overreact to them. Joining me to talk about that and a lot of other things today are Ollie.
Hi. It is me.
And Barney.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to the channel, to the podcast, to the whatever you're following us right now. I'm excited, guys. I'm really pumped to see some live baseball today. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, it's been too long.
Yeah.
As per usual. It's always too long.
Yeah.
Like, if I
I'm
saw
watching the video
baseball
on
like
Trevor
5 minutes
Bauer
ago...
right now. So excited to see him on the mound again.
Yep, definitely. The thing is also, like, spring training starts, everybody's excited, and then, like, at least, like, at most a week in, people are like, okay, now the regular season can start again. They will have their baseball fix, and then they're like, okay, but now we want to see things that matter. Not talking about the...
Sure, but, like, baseball's baseball.
I mean, yes, that's why I'm thrilled to see it all come to, like, see it all go head to head. Oh, I'm just excited. I'm excited. All right, spring training. Ollie, what can you tell me about spring training? Because maybe some of the viewers don't really know what the fuck we're talking about. Spring training.
Yeah, so spring training is just a whole bunch of exhibition games for teams to get their players in shape. Like, extra innings aren't played. Starters go like 3 innings tops. It's, a lot of guys. You'll see a lot of guys on your team that you've never heard of before because they're just all the prospects are also playing in spring training. They divide into 2 leagues, same as during the regular season, except they're different leagues. So the division of teams isn't the same as National League, American League. First one's called the Cactus League, which is based in Phoenix, Arizona.
Woo!
15 teams, mostly teams that are west of the Mississippi, and they'll play 28 games over 30 days starting today, and the league format will just be a double round robin, so everybody plays everybody else twice. The other
I
league
think in
is
addition to that, they also do some exhibition games, like some show matches.
Yeah.
That aren't counted as
So that's like at the
games.
end. I feel like that's at the end as well.
Some of them are at the end,
Yeah.
and some of them aren't. Like, I know Boston plays a local college team once a year.
Oh.
I think the Red Huskies.
It's great fun.
Yeah. The other league is the Grapefruit League. They're based in Florida, and that's the remaining 15 teams of the MLB, mostly the ones east of the Mississippi. And they're going to be split into 3 groups. So they've got the East group, which will play 24 games amongst themselves, which includes the Astros, Marlins, Mets, Cardinals, and Nationals. The West group splits into 2, who each play 28 games amongst themselves. And so the Blue Jays, Phillies, Tigers, and Yankees will play amongst themselves. The Braves, Rays, Red Sox, and Twins will play amongst themselves. And then the Orioles and Pirates will play games against both of those groups. Fans can attend all these games subject to various COVID-19 protocols, as per usual. And the rosters are 75 players large, which includes rehabbing players and non-roster invitees. So you'll see a lot of minor league guys in spring training that probably won't be on the major league roster. Throughout spring training, of course, the teams will make cuts, so their actual roster will get smaller and smaller, all the way down to 26 players on opening day.
All right.
Yeah, so I've got a question for you guys about spring training league divisions. So the NBA, the National Basketball Association, splits into two main divisions, which are just East and West. Do you think baseball would be more interesting or less interesting if they also split East and West? And they can just call the two divisions the Cactus Division and the Grapefruit Division because they're great names.
You mean like during the
Is that good for
regular
baseball
season?
or is that bad for baseball? Yeah. If they reorganized from National League, American League to being East-West.
I mean,
I think it would be good in a reducing a carbon footprint sense. Like, so it would be two main things. One, teams would have to travel less. And the other is that fans could go to more away games.
Yeah.
Like if you're... On the other hand,
You also
it
get
does
more of some of
remove-
the really fun rivalries. You get more of the Yankees-Mets. You get more of the Dodgers-Angels.
Yeah. You
I like
do.
it.
I think you do remove a few other rivalries, but I can't think of any right now, so I guess they're not that important.
but why not then make it a East-West Central division?
Just have the AL and NL West and AL and NL
Yeah.
Central.
And everybody gets a universal DH? Like,
I guess you could do that.
I mean,
keep teams within the same division.
Well, right
Yeah,
now,
and
the
then
way
it's
that it
even
is,
less.
that makes it a lot harder when you get to postseason. If you just
Yeah.
have two,
Yeah.
then the best team from each ends up, like you have playoffs for each side, and then the
Okay,
best
yeah.
East team and the best Western team always play against each other in the World Series. Just like
I
right
think
now,
that
the
could be
best
fun.
American League, best National League team, and it gets weird if you add in a third division.
And then there's no intra-divisional play then. There's just East and West.
There is interdivisional play, like the majority of the games
Alright.
will still be against people in your division, but you end up playing against everyone. Kind of like how there's interleague play now.
Yeah.
So-
I'm cool with it. I just like it
I
would-
like that.
Depends as well on the postseason picture, I guess. Like who makes it into the playoffs. What is like, when is someone like how far do you go? Is it just like the top five teams, or is there like a wild card playoff? That would be interesting. If you have like four teams make the playoff, the top four teams make the playoffs, and then the next four teams play like a small bracket to get into the final playoff spot.
I would love to see a double elimination bracket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again,
double elimination
I'm
would be
really
great.
bad. I'm really bad at those kind of terms, but you guys like.
Okay.
That's where you have to lose
double
twice to be out.
elimination bracket. Yeah, double elimination bracket is like your regular tournament bracket, except the first time you lose, you get put in the losers bracket, which still has the chance to win
Oh,
the
okay.
championship.
So like the Australian Baseball League
Yeah,
this year, the
Yeah.
playoffs. All right.
yeah.
So I think
Okay.
that would be potentially really cool. I think that in addition to sort of like the environmental impact of having teams travel super far all the time, it also, because 162 games is a super grueling schedule, if teams don't have to travel as far, that's potentially easier on a lot of the players. Like it's tough when you have to play in Florida one day and then you have 1 day of travel time to play in Seattle.
Yeah.
I think that's the furthest gap that teams have to move. But like that's physically difficult. That's like 7.5 hours of flying. So if you have teams mostly playing on the same coast, realistically, or at least like same half of the country, there's a lot less movement that people have to do. So players are better rested, and it sort of gets rid of a little bit of that slog that the schedule has in it right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Rob Manfred,
Like
if
the
you're
MLB
listening,
won't do that. Fucking be cool
well.
for once in your miserable existence. Just once.
but if you're going to choose to be cool once, this probably isn't the way to do it.
No, this is probably not the issue you want to do it on.
Don't die
Be
on this
cool
hill.
on other things. Yeah. Be cool on like the players getting paid what they deserve to be paid, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rob, buddy.
Okay, so now I
actually
have a
be cool
question for
multiple
you
times.
guys. Yeah.
All right.
Multiple times, please. Not just once.
Yeah.
All right, now here's my question for you. Are there any spring training storylines you guys are like interesting to see? Maybe for your own team or for other teams, like what you got?
I'll kick it off just because I don't
right.
want to really like beat a dead horse too much. We've now talked about this in 2 other pods that we've put out. But I'm really interested to see how Jared Kelnick and some of the Mariners who were mentioned by Kevin Mather end up doing in spring training, whether they make the opening day roster or whether they don't. That's what I'm paying attention to, but I don't want to belabor that point too much.
All right. Ollie?
I've got nothing specific, man. I'm just excited for baseball again.
All right. So one thing I'm keen to see is like Trey Mancini is back. He battled cancer last year, and now he's completely recovered. When he was healthy, he was an absolute masher of the baseball. Probably one of the highlights of the Orioles for the coming season. I want to see what happens with La Russa in Chicago with the White Sox. Like an 84, I think he's like 84 years old now.
Yeah, I'm not as interested in that until regular season rolls around.
Okay.
But I guess we could see the entire team fall apart immediately out of the gate.
That would be interesting
if they fall apart in spring training.
Yeah.
But like his expertise, I guess might be the right word for it, is that he's going to help this team hopefully go really deep into the season and deal with win streaks, loss streaks, highs, lows of the season. Like that's where his experience will come in. So I'm not as interested in it in spring training.
All right. And then maybe one final thing for me is just the Phillies. They have a couple of positions that are open for players to grab. More specifically, center field is still up for grabs, and what's the other? Like the back end of the rotation. So I'm interested just to see those battles, and I really don't want Odubel Herrera anywhere close to the starting spot or getting anywhere near a roster spot. So just putting that out there once again. I'm not a fan of him, and I don't want him near my team. All right. Okay.
Before we get to wheels and deals, I got one other piece of news that I'd like to add, which I didn't think about when we were setting up the notes. All right. I want you guys' opinion on what Sportsnet has done in the last week. So Sportsnet is the company that has the broadcasting rights to both the Blue Jays TV broadcasts and radio broadcasts. And they've decided that there will no longer be a separate radio broadcast this year.
Oh,
yeah. Thoughts on that horseshit?
So I'll go first. I love radio for baseball. But like radio broadcast for baseball is just like one of those things. We're here in Europe. The games are often played around, let's say, our bedtime, right? One of the things I enjoyed the most was just falling asleep while a baseball game was being like talked about on the radio. I think there's many other advantages. Just to it's very romantic.
Oh yeah, it's great. Listening to a baseball game on the radio in a car, fantastic.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
the
good.
best feeling in the world. So yeah, I'm not thrilled with that. So Barney, what do you got?
Yeah, I feel the same way about that. Is it intended as like a cost-saving measure?
I think so, but the thing is, like, they fired one of the two people who did the radio broadcast, and the other one has been folded in as like a sideline reporter.
Okay, yeah, because I don't love it.
I fucking hate it. Listening to radio games is absolutely great, and getting rid of that is so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, also
like TV.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Like it's weird because like now podcasts are big; they're like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that like for a big amount of time, like sort of TV took over from radio and was like how people watch games. But like now that podcasts are like back in like vogue, it seems weird to cut out essentially the baseball version of that.
Yeah.
Like being able to listen to a game when you're on a run or like doing your work or whatever without having the game up is like that's great. And the MLB and the team should be doing everything in their power to make it so that people can consume the games in the best way possible. And it's no fun to just listen to the TV broadcast because they are just not the same.
So to be clear, they are still broadcasting the audio of the TV broadcast, but it's just
but that's
it's different.
That's not good. because they're
No.
like they say things like that pitch right there, it's just a little high, or like they don't describe it the same way. Like they
Yeah, 'cause
refer
they
to
assume you can
the
see
stuff
it.
that's on the screen.
Yeah, I think this is
And
just
baseball
a bad...
radio broadcast is an art that is beautiful.
Yeah. It's very different.
Yeah, like at least there'll be
It's-
there'll be the radio broadcast for the away team still this year. But I'm curious
Yeah, but
to see
that's
how
also
much
not the same.
It's not. But I'm curious to see how that'll change, say, next year, or whether fan backlash will change that, because it seems like people are pretty unanimous on just like, hey, this is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
I feel like it is.
So, I guess there is one other thing that now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of interested in for the spring training, and that's that there were a lot of players who didn't play last year at all because of the shortened season, because they got COVID, because they just didn't want to put themselves at COVID risk. I am interested in seeing how a lot of those guys recover, because it's kind of unusual, at least since like World War II, for a big group of players to take a year off.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how pitchers deal with having to suddenly throw 162 games worth of innings. I'm interested to see like whether people are still in the best shape that they can be. Like Justin Turner went and won a World Series, then got COVID. Interested to see that. Didn't Jose Abreu get COVID? Like
I don't know.
there's some big stars out there that either got sick or took a year off. So
I know for the
really
Phillies
interested
it
to
was
see how they
Scott
start to-
Kingery.
Was that?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
So I'm interested to see like how they recover physically and mentally, and I think we're going to be able to see at least a lot of the physical part of it pretty quickly out of the gate during spring training.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like intuitively you would say like, oh, those pitchers will have relished the fact that they didn't have to put on that much of a workload in 2020. But everywhere you read that it might actually be more of a problem because your body is now not used to that workload anymore.
Yeah.
So arms are like a big commodity, I feel like, next year.
Yeah, we're going to see
next season.
Some rotations have said that they're like going to a 6-man rotation.
Yeah.
Oh, or they're like trying to figure out ways to limit the number of innings that each one of their arms gets so that they can get built up to the normal standard. It's going to be really interesting.
All right.
On to wheels and deals.
Yeah.
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
We
So
haven't
you got,
talked about these in
here-
a while.
No, so we're gonna try and I guess some of them have been mentioned in our division projections and such.
Yeah, but we should go over them.
We can go over them relatively.
Yeah, just quickly.
Yeah, just quickly. So this one went under the radar for me. Jays trade Derek Fisher to the Brewers. Is that something
Yeah,
you're mad about or happy about, Ollie?
No, it was just a trade, and it was the only one that had a name I recognized. It's
Okay.
if I'm honest, it's a minor trade. They shipped out an infielder because their infield is now stacked,
Okay.
and they don't need Derek Fisher anymore.
Well, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it from the trade market. There's been some rumors.
But there are always rumors.
Pull up. Yeah, that's the thing.
I'll believe it when I see it. There's
nothing really interesting. No.
There have been some big free agent signings.
Yeah, Barney, you want to pick out a few that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so the one that we have at the top of our list, Taiwan Walker, going to the Mets. I think that's a really big one because he became kind of the big free agent pitcher name that was still left on the table after Trevor Bauer committed to the Dodgers. So everyone was really curious where he was going to go because he was like the last big free agent pitcher commodity. So it's kind of a shame for the Mets that they weren't able to pick up Trevor Bauer, but they got, I think, the next best thing in Taiwan Walker.
So I think the biggest name out there is Jake Odorizzi.
Yeah, he's probably the big one left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was looking for a 3-year, $45 million deal when teams checked in with him, but he hasn't signed yet. He's been linked to the Phillies, so maybe that's something that will happen.
Mm-hmm.
The Taiwan Walker deal, $20 million for 2 years, and there's also an option, a player option for the 3rd year. which is 6 million, can rise to 8.5 based on his performance. And then there's a $3 million buyout on the option. I mean, yeah, it's like Barney said, it's not Trevor Bauer, but he was pretty good last year.
Yeah.
What was his ERA plus? Was it like 160 or something?
Like 180.
Yeah, 180 ERA plus.
Well, so his ERA plus for the season was like 180, I think, and then it was like 130 for the half of the season that he spent with the Mariners, and like 210 or something crazy for the half of the season that he was on the Blue Jays.
Let's pull him up real quick. Yeah, ERA plus, like 161. Oh, it's even a bigger difference.
Yeah, I remember being just absolutely flabbergasted by the numbers.
It was 107 with Seattle Mariners and 325 with the Blue Jays.
It's crazy.
I think the Jays got a good deal on him.
My God, and he pitched like as much innings. He went from a 4 ERA with Seattle to a 1.37 ERA.
The thing is, he was above average with the Mariners too.
Yeah. You know what? He was also very lucky because he has a FIP of 4.14. So he should have had an ERA that was at least 3 points higher. So,
God.
But yeah, I think he's a solid pickup. He's like for 2 years. You can't really go wrong with that kind of deal. So yeah,
he's pretty young, right? He's like 27.
Yeah.
Something like that. He was up with the Mariners when he was very young.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is 28.
Yeah.
28 and a half. Yeah, close.
Let's see. Other big names that are on this bulleted list. Like, we've got to talk about the Tatis deal. He wasn't a free agent, but like that's the big one that.
Yeah, we already mentioned it a little bit.
Padres lock up Fernando Tatis Jr. for life.
Like,
Good
yeah,
God.
essentially until he dies.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's no deferred money in the deal, right? I'm gonna check.
Yeah,
you guys talk
the
about
details
it.
of the
You
deal.
guys go ahead.
Oh, you
Yeah,
want
he's
to
the
break
face
this one
of
down?
baseball.
Yeah, so Fernando Tatis Jr. was given the biggest rookie deal ever of all time. The Padres basically walked up to his door with a dump truck full of money and said, "Would you like to play for us for the next 14 years?" And Tatis said, yes, I would. That's...
So there's got to be at least one country now that has a lower GDP than Fernando Tatis Jr., right?
Let's find out.
Checking. Under 300 million. Let's see.
Yes. Wait, no,
One
that's
or
per...
more.
That's per capita. God
I mean,
damn it.
per capita, I think it's every country.
Yeah. List of countries by GDP.
There's a bunch that are
there-
under 300 million.
Yeah, there are... I've got at least 5. Well, 6 if you count Syria not having a GDP at the moment.
That works.
Yeah, so Palau, the Marshall Islands, Kiribati, Nauru,
Does that mean he can buy?
Tuvalu,
He
and
can just buy those countries? I'm not an expert in any way on GDP or such.
Dude, you're the person among us who does the closest thing to what would be involved in country buying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You do more
I know.
poli-sci than we do.
I literally do. Yeah, like sorry, dropped the bucket. Sorry for when you have to edit this, Ollie.
Oh.
But it's gonna be a lot of noise. No, yeah, it's pretty weird. At first, I was like, why would you extend a guy that has only had like about 162 game season? Like in total games, he's played like 160 games. But then, yeah, there's probably no like he's just like the face of MLB for at least the next 10 years.
At least one of the faces. I don't know if he'll be the face for 10 years.
Yeah,
Certainly this year he is the face.
he's exciting. He's on a team that is gonna like at least try to win, and they've shown that they want to keep trying to win. I need to see really quickly what it means for their payroll, because that's one thing I haven't seen yet. It's just like, okay, are they now somewhere close to the luxury tax or still nowhere near?
Well, right now this is one of my favorite stats, is that their infield have guaranteed contracts for almost $1 billion now. $812 million worth of infield on that team.
Yeah,
Damn.
so still a big hole at second base then.
Yeah, but still.
That's what the other 200 million's for.
San Diego Padres.
Yeah, next year they pick up DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah.
Just
Let's get
buy
the
him.
90 million.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Oh, okay, but like Manny Machado can opt out after 2023 apparently. Didn't know that. Eric Hosmer can opt out after 2022, so after next year. Okay. I mean, yeah, they also spend a little bit on Jurickson Profar. 3 years, 21 million. He might slot in at second base, make a little bit of money there. Yeah, so they're like luxury tax payroll. They're at $203 million.
All right.
That's not bad. All right.
Other deals. Mariners signed Paxton again.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
happy with that.
That's a good deal.
I hope he's healthy.
I hope so too for you.
God, there's a bunch here.
Yeah, Giles.
Philly signed
Giles.
Giles got signed. Oh yeah, the Giles
Philly
deal. We
signed
have
Jeff
numbers on
Manis.
that now. We talked about it in a
Yes.
previous pod, but Giles is going to earn $7 million over this year, where he won't play, and 2022, where he will. And there's a 2023, I think, team option for another $9 million. So if Giles is healthy, then that's an absolute steal for the Mariners.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. His nickname was 100 Miles Giles, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
100 miles
so-
Giles.
He's one of the few players that has played for the Mariners, the Blue Jays, and the Phillies. So he's kind of special to us, to this podcast. We're a Giles podcast, so we wish him all the
Yeah.
best in recovery.
It'll be fun
Yeah.
to see him
Philly
in
si-
2022.
Yeah. Philly signed Jeff
Philly
Mathis.
signed Jeff Mathis. Yes.
Excited about
big
that.
Fan. Good. He's good for baseball. He's starting today, so I guess
yeah?
that Ivanova will probably have a lights out start, because Ivanova is the starting pitcher for the Phillies today in their spring training start. He's known for making a pitching staff better, and with with JT Realmuto breaking his thumb literally on the first day that his contract started. It's nice to see him. I mean, we also got Andrew Knapp, who had a really good season last year. But I'm excited about Jeff Mathis.
Yeah, expect to see Jeff Mathis being the starter for a lot of Phillies games this year.
Yeah. And then batted in a 9-hole after the pitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Matt Harvey goes to the Orioles, where careers go to die.
Yeah, Padre Simon Lanson got another like bullpen piece. Yeah.
Got two deals with ex-Blue Jays here in Aaron Sanchez going to the
Kevin
Giants
Pillar going
and
to
Kevin
Mets.
Pillar going to the Mets.
I think that's kind of a big one.
Yeah, Pilar had a pretty good season last year, pulling up the numbers.
I miss Kevin Pillar.
He was like league average. Yeah, he was a lot of fun for playing for the Jays.
I still go back and watch his highlight reels. They're great.
Okay, I thought he
Yeah.
played for the Giants last year, but turns out he didn't.
He played for the Giants the year before. Who did he play for
Yeah,
last year?
2019.
Who did he play
He
for in
played for
2020?
the Boston Red Sox.
He what?
Boston Red Sox, and then was traded. Yeah, he played 30 games for the Red Sox, and then was traded to Colorado. Played there
Yeah,
for
that's what I
24
thought.
games.
Man,
He was really good for Colorado.
I did not pay attention to the Red Sox enough last year. I mean, they sucked.
I don't think
but-
that's not a you problem, Ollie.
Yeah, no, they
That's
just
definitely
they were
a
bad.
Boston problem.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a
All right.
107 OPS plus last year, which was like the best in his career by
Yeah.
a while. He's always been an under average hitter, a below average.
Yeah, he's been a
hitter.
below average hitter with just A+ defensive talent.
Pretty fun stats. So for the 5 games that he played for Toronto in 2019, he had a minus 67 OPS plus.
Minus 67?
Minus 67. He only played 5 games, so that's he had 1 hit, which was 1 single in 17 played in 16 at bats.
Oh boy.
So 1 hit and 3 strikeouts. So he did put the ball in play. Just hit it at the people.
Good job, KP.
Okay. Yeah. Have fun with the Mets.
Please do.
All right. Do we have anything else?
No, I think it's time to bump into a little trend. What was the right word? Not
Trivia?
transmission. Transition.
Intermission?
Intermission.
So what I was gonna do first was just look at single season least amount of WAR since 2010.
Oof.
I'm just going. Do you guys have an idea? I'm just going to ask it. Do you guys have an idea who has the least amount of WAR for a single season since? Since 2010?
It's either Albert Pujols or it's that. God damn it! What's the Orioles' name who signed like a big 6-year contract and then sucked?
Yeah, you got it right. The second one is it's Chris Davis.
Yeah, that's him. That's the bitch.
But,
He played
but with a C. Chris Davis with a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris Davis played 128 games that year.
Crud.
He had
God
a
damn.
.168 batting average and a .243 on base percentage. I think that's also the year when he went over 46 or something
Yeah.
at a certain point. He was 32 then. 522 plate appearances.
God
Imagine giving a
damn.
guy like that. There's so many variables
That's,
that go into that. The
that's a
guy has to
Mathis,
be
right?
either really. I feel like that's a Mathis, yeah, but he's not on the list, Mathis, because he doesn't play as much.
Yeah,
Just
no, he plays
imagine
two-thirds of the games.
how bad it is for you as a team where you have to play a guy like that, like 128 games in a season.
No, just
Albert
release
Pujols
him.
is also
Put him
on the
all
list.
out of your misery.
Yeah, so Albert Pujols is also on the list. He had a minus 1.9 WAR in 2017.
Is Miggy on the list?
Miggy is
No, because Miggy's an average hitter.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
found
I guess
him
he is
in
still
the,
pretty good at hitting.
Yeah, I have not found him in the top 30 yet. No.
Yeah, no. Like, Miggy had a
Adam Dunn is
106
second.
OPS plus last year. Like, he's an average hitter, and he
Dude,
just
I-
doesn't play defense.
Yeah, I didn't memorize his.
Yeah.
OPS
Albert
plus.
Pujols had in 2017 played 149 games, had a minus 1.9 WAR, batted 241, 286 OBP. Yeah,
Yikes.
pretty bad.
Is
But that
Felix
was
Hernandez on the list? I could see him being on there.
it's batters only. I would have to
Okay.
reassess. But that was not supposed to. I'm now going to change it because I'm going to do a more positive one. So I have here a list of, let's say we take the top 20 single seasons in WAR since 2010, right?
Yeah.
My question to you guys is, how many times is Mike Trout in the top 20
Since 2010.
since 2010?
So there are 10 seasons that have happened.
10 seasons have happened. How many times is Mike Trout in the top 20 for so I mean, like, the list here is the top 20 like in single seasons, like
Yeah.
throughout those 10 years in WAR.
Oh, okay, like that. So it's every player's seasons from 2011 through 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, you take
Yes.
all individual seasons
Yes.
that happened.
2010
those
is
years.
also included.
2010 is also.
Wait, so there's 11
okay.
seasons.
Yeah, so 2010 to 2020.
All right, but 2020 doesn't.
How many times is Mike
isn't going to
Trout?
be in there because that was only 60 games. Like, nobody's
That's
2020
correct.
season will be in there.
That's correct.
So functionally, there are 10 seasons.
Yeah. Do we...
So he hasn't been the best every year. So every single one of those seasons is above at least one of his seasons. I want to say it's like 7
Well,
or
also,
8.
he got drafted in 2011, right?
Yeah, so
No.
2011 won't happen because
Yeah.
he only
Same
played a
with
partial
2010.
season that year. Yeah, so 2010 won't
2010, he
happen.
wasn't in
2011
the
wasn't.
MLB.
But he
2012
still
was his
has.
rookie season.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
only has
go ahead.
at most 8 seasons that could be in there.
Yeah.
But his worst
But
season
is-
was like an 8 wins above replacement.
I like the way
want,
you guys are thinking. Like, this is fun.
I want to say he's in there
Like,
like
do we
5
believe
times.
that his... Yeah, 5 seems like a good
5?
number, but I don't know. It might be like 7. Like, there's only one of his seasons that doesn't make the list.
Right. So, what's the shout?
I'm saying 5.
I'm going to give 7.
7. All right. I'm gonna count now.
I like the idea that Tuan doesn't
love
know
that
the
you
answer,
didn't go
so
into
he
this
can't
with the
influence
answer.
us.
No, it's just I saw a lot of Mike Trout in the list, and I was like, okay, it's 6.
Oh, man.
6. How many do you think is in the top 5?
2.
3.
Man, we keep splitting it, Ollie.
Yeah.
Hey, on average,
I think
we're
Mike
exactly
Trout's a little
right.
better than he is, and you think he's a little worse than he is.
Yeah. No, not really. I don't
It's
think
because
Trout's
he
a
plays
little worse
against the
than he is. I
Mariners so
think
many
everybody
times.
else is a little better than they actually were.
Yeah. Do you know who's number 1?
Is
It's
it
not
Mike
Mike Trout.
Dang
It's
it.
not Mike Trout.
Fuck. Who had like a ridiculous 11 wins above replacement?
It's 10.6.
10.6. Is
Yeah.
it Albert Pujols in 2010?
No.
Dang.
No. Pujols is not in this list, I think.
No?
It's
Is
not
it?
in the top 20.
Is it
Pujols
Mookie Betts?
It's Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts'
Betts,
2018 season.
Yeah, when he was on the Red Sox, because he was that team.
Yeah, basically. So Mookie Betts is beat out Mike Trout for just one season in 2018.
Albert Pujols only put up 7.5 WAR in 2010. What a scrub.
Yeah, he is a scrub.
Was only second in
What a
MVP voting too. Like what the hell?
What a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, finished behind
You
Joey
guys wanna-
Votto. What the hell?
You guys want to take a shot at some of the other guys that are in here?
Well, so we know Mookie Betts is in there.
Yeah, I bet he's on there a couple times.
This is only
Yes.
batting, right?
This is only batting. Yeah, probably should have
Okay.
mentioned that before for the listeners, but yeah, only batting.
All right. Who else has had?
Like, we don't have to.
ridiculous-
Yeah,
I'm guessing, like-
have like a guess. Just
You just said
I guess we
Joey
just have to
Votto,
look
but
at
I don't think that he
MVPs.
yeah.
I think Joey Votto might be in there.
nope.
No.
The thing is,
He's 21st. He's 21st
Oh
with
fuck.
8.1 in 2017.
Oh no.
There's a couple of guys you might not even think about though, which is pretty funny.
I'm just thinking of like the MVPs for the last 10 years. Like,
Yeah.
is Donaldson in there?
No,
Is Jose Altuve in there?
no.
Dang.
So we have 6 seasons of Trout, 2 seasons of Mookie Betts.
Is Juan Soto in there?
No.
Huh.
God, who's had like
Who's
nine?
my favorite player? Like after like don't mention Trevor Bauer because he's a pitcher.
Oh,
but
Bryce
who's my
Harper.
favorite player? Yeah, he's 5th. At
Yeah.
age 22, he had a 9.7 season.
Right. That was his big year.
So just as a fun
Yep.
coincidence, when we were talking about Albert Pujols earlier, I just have like MLB.com up on my second screen, and it's like rotating through videos.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Pujols' face was
Yeah.
up in one of the videos when we were talking about him, and right now Bryce Harper's face is up.
Wait, hold on.
So-
That's pretty
There-
special.
There's the script, guys.
Hold the fuck up.
It's just
Oh
the video order from MLB.com.
Oh boy. Okay, guys, I'll release you.
Yeah, just tell us.
And I'll tell you who's in there. So we've had the top 7. We've all discussed those. Number 8 is Cody Bellinger, 9.1 in 2019. Number 9 is Alex Bregman.
Fuck Alex
9.1.
Bregman.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck him. Marcus Semien is on there, 8.9 in 2019. There's another Trout there. Josh Hamilton, 8.7 in 2010. Whatever happened to him? Robinson Cano,
Robbie.
2012.
Oh.
Yeah, 8.4 with or without PEDs. Who knows? This was a surprise. Matt Chapman is on here twice.
Dude,
Huh.
remember yesterday when I said that the A is like sneaky rake?
Yeah. He had an 8.3 WAR season in 2019 and also in 2018. That's cool.
Dude, how many of those top 20 are in the AL West or were in the AL West when they did
I
that?
feel. So we have Bregman, Semien, Hamilton, Chapman twice, and Trout. Trout like 7 times then as well. 6 times of Trout. Okay, yeah. AL West is pretty overrepresented there.
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt, 8.3 in 2015. Jacoby Ellsbury, 8.3 in 2011. Jose Bautista, 2011. And
Oh, what?
Evan Longoria. Yeah. Jose Bautista in
Shit.
2011. I think that was his breakout season as well. Was it not? No, the year before. 2010 was his breakout season. Yeah, 2010 is when he hit 54 homers. But his best season was the year after that. All right, that's it for me. That was a fun one.
That was.
Barnes.
So I think part of the reason behind that, this is going to be my guess. is that there are two teams in the AL West that for the last 10 years have essentially just been having, like, they just throw batting practice. That's all they do. Like, the Mariners and Angels pitchers are just BP pitchers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
enjoy your stats.
But then
Trout
plays for one of them. So, doesn't really count.
But he plays against the other one a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I saw somewhere that, like, if you... Like, Mike Trout against the Mariners is, like twice any other individual players, like, players' accumulated WAR against a specific team.
Now I'm interested. Okay, I'll just pull it up. Barty, you do your trivia, and I'll go dive in the Trout against the Mariners.
Yeah, mine's just a little one. It's actually about a Mariner, or a former Mariner, who in 2008 was the fourth Mariner to hit for the cycle. But this isn't about his time as a Mariner. It's about Adrian Beltre.
Ooh.
In 2001,
Spicy.
he lost more than 25 pounds.
Okay.
Why do you guys think that he did?
2001.
2001, back when Adrian was just a
Dodger.
Yeah, well, certainly not a Hall of Fame bound player yet.
Is it like, did he become ill or something?
In a way,
do you have too much Chipotle?
No, kind of the opposite, actually. This is just a little thing. Adrian Beltre had a surgical incision that failed to heal, and he had to wear a colostomy bag.
Oh, boy.
So for 2 entire months, he couldn't eat solid food.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. That was when Adrian Beltre was just a young, spry little thing. So that's all I've really got for today.
All right. Let me just.
Thank you for that.
I pulled up the Seattle Mariners, like Trout against the Mariners. So he's played 164 games against them. So basically a season worth of games.
Yeah.
712 plate appearances. All right. 46 homers. 325 batting average. 430 OBP. 654 slugging with a 1.084 OPS. His OPS plus was 71 in 2011, 118 in 2012, and from then on, he never had lower than 170 against them, having a whopping 307 OPS plus against them in 2018.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so.
Goddamn, Mike.
Mike Trout, it takes a lot of work for me to not dislike Mike Trout.
Yeah, I mean, he's on another world.
He is.
My God.
Just
Okay,
absurd.
Ollie, hit us. Not
Okay.
too hard, but, you know.
All right.
Not as hard as Mike Trout hits the Mariners.
Here's what I got. So, win probability added is a stat that players get per game in a game, or even for specific plays. A win probability added of 1 means that player was solely responsible for adding an average of 1 win. But you can get more than 1 win probability added in a single game by having the other team do the same. So I looked up, what's the most win probability a single player has added in a game while having their team also lose that game? Any guesses for how much that is? Pitching or batting?
So we're looking for a player.
No, we're looking for an amount.
Or
like, you're not going to guess the players.
an amount.
Yeah.
Okay. And their team still lost the game?
Yes. The team lost the game, but a single player added a bunch of win probability. How much was it?
I feel like 99% could be feasible.
This is for an individual player,
Individual player.
and their team still lost the game.
I can see them hit a game-tying home run with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, probably. Oh, no. I was going to say Bodie when he hit that grand slam to turn it from a 3-0 deficit to a 4-3 walk-off win. But they won the game.
They won
So
the
that
game.
doesn't really count. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
so-
what I said, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be someone who, like, in the top of the ninth did that.
Yeah, like tied the game up, but then still lost it. Or like gave them
So-
the
No,
lead.
like gave their
To
team
be
the lead
clear,
at the top of the
this
ninth,
is
and then
not
yeah.
this is not for a single play. This is for a single game.
Yeah. So they have to have essentially like done that twice in a game.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm gonna say like 1.8.
Tuan, what's your guess?
2.5.
All right. You have both overestimated the entirety of the MLB. 3 different
what we
players
do,
have
right?
broken the 1.5 barrier. Mickey McDermott pitched 17 innings, allowing 2 earned runs and a loss. Gave the win probability added of 1.536.
If I did
that was-
I'm just saying, if I did that, I would go home and hang myself.
17 innings.
If I picked up a
And he
loss after
lost.
that kind of game.
Yeah. Tex Carlton in 1933 pitched 16 shutout innings in a loss. Win probability added of 1.524. And Art Shamsky went up to the plate 3 times and hit 3 bombs for 5 RBIs in a 14-11 loss with a win probability added of 1.503 in 1966.
What a sham.
Can you sort those by year?
I can try.
Because I want to know what the highest was for 2019.
For 2019? Oh yeah, let me do that. Show criteria. I want.
You want it to be? Are you trying to say that this is a Mariners? Are you trying to get something that is like a Mariners related?
No, I think it's probably someone from the Twins.
Why?
Because I just watched the game that there was the Foolish Baseball video about, where the total win probability added over the game was like 5.
The classic game.
Yeah.
Against the Yankees.
Yeah, against the Yankees.
All
So
right.
I think was it Didi that just like was the
Smoked.
Twin Slayer?
No, Didi played on the Yankees then.
Yeah, that was the Twin Slayer.
Oh, the
They
Twin
killed
Slayer.
twins.
Yeah.
What?
Well, he did that
Alright.
multiple times.
Yeah, where he had like 5, like in 2 home runs, or in 2 plate
Yes.
appearances, he had 5 RBIs.
Yeah, that seems about right.
We're still talking about in a loss, right?
Yeah. Oh no, because the Yankees did win that, but still there were like some huge shifts in that game.
Okay. The number 1 batter is Adani Echeveria in the September 29th game against the Mets. Came up to the plate 5 times, went 3 for 5 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. 7.74 win probability added. On the pitching side, number 1 is Mike Minor. Pitched 8 shutout innings against the Toronto Blue Jays. 6.04 win probability added. Number 2 in that list is a guy we know, Trevor Bauer. Pitched 7.2 shutout innings against the Toronto Blue Jays again. 5.84 win probability added.
That's like what he did against the Reds in the first game of the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Against the Braves.
Was that against? Oh yeah, God, he was on the
He was
Reds.
on Reds. Yeah.
Yeah. Against
It's
the Braves.
fine.
It's early, guys.
Yeah, somewhere. It's early somewhere.
Yeah, so
Do I
we're
get to say
talking.
that my brain is still in Pacific time.
Wait,
It's
so you were
really
talking about that Twins Yankees game, right?
Yeah.
And the Twins lost.
Twins lost.
Yeah. Miguel Sano went 2 for 6 in that game with 2 bombs and 5 RBIs. 4.91 win probability added. Good enough for
Not
21st
bad.
in the 2019 list.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Did any pitcher do anything in that game? Or did the Minnesota pitcher do anything in that game? No.
Yeah, the Minnesota pitcher pitched really well after giving up 2 runs to Didi in the first inning.
Yeah. So that might be enough to drop him past
6
50th.
scoreless or something.
Yeah, so that's my study into how much a single player cannot carry a team. That's what I got.
Well, that's
some
clear.
teams are backbreakingly heavy.
I love that. All right. Thanks, guys. Fun trivia. We kind of did that last minute before the podcast, but I think we did find a lot of cool stuff, so
Yeah, I think we did.
happy for that. All right.
So now we move into our fun replacement for the game that we normally do.
yeah.
I'm excited.
And
for
Barney
this.
will run it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're each gonna build teams of 9. We're gonna draft teams of 9 here. But the thing that we're drafting isn't gonna be players. It's going to be current MLB team logos.
Woo.
So we're going to go through them, snake draft. We've already determined the order that we've determined which one of us gets to pick where we go in the draft order first. So I won our little dice roll off earlier, so I'm gonna go third. Ollie, I think you were second, so you get to choose your position next.
I'll take the first pick.
All right, Ollie's going first overall, so it goes Ollie, Tuan, Barney.
And then we switch around, and then it's like Barney, me, Ollie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm super ready.
So we have a picture that I put together of just all of the logos that I pulled off of Wikipedia. So we can throw that up on the graphic to keep track of these picks. But guys, there's a little twist to this. There were there were 2 late registrations for this draft that we weren't prepared for. Well, I was prepared for. So 2 other logos have put themselves in the running.
Okay.
One of them is the Montreal Expos.
All right.
Oh my god, this really switches up a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one is our Live and Twins logo.
Oh lord. Okay.
So.
Okay.
Just wanted to throw those in there. A little curveball, if you will.
All right.
So does anyone have questions about how this is going to work?
No. So we have 9 rounds, basically.
9 rounds. Some of the teams are going to be left out. And then afterwards, we'll talk about the teams that we put together. What we like, what we don't like about some logos. So, Ollie, you go first.
All right. With the first pick in the logo
in
draft.
the 2021.
In the 2021 logo draft.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Angels logo.
Wow.
Los Angeles Angels.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's wow. Okay.
That's actually shocking.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting them off the board now. We have a board in our Google Docs, just so we have an overview of who's still in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that puts a lot more pressure on me.
That does.
Because my idea was that one of the 2 first picks, yeah. I think Barney knows.
I'm actually
which one
speechless.
Yeah, me too. I'm like shocked.
Okay.
I was like, okay, second pick means I get one of the 2 really good logos. Oh, damn.
We're definitely going to have to talk about what our opinions for what makes a good logo are.
Yeah.
I am an agent
Okay.
of chaos. We've established this.
Okay. All right, so I'm doubting right now between 2 circular logos. Dang it. Okay. Okay. It's going to be the second pick is going to be Montreal Expos.
Oh, you're going with the
I did it.
Expos.
I did it. I know who you're picking, Barney.
Do you guys
Because
know
I
what
think-
their like 3-letter code was? Was it MTX?
MTX? I think it was MTX, yeah. Okay, I'm going to write down the picks as well. So Ollie.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of this in my notebook as
Oh,
well.
okay, that's good. Then you just keep track.
All right, so then let's see.
You have 2 picks now.
Cross those off of my list. All right, so with the 3rd overall pick, my first round pick, I'm going to take the New York Mets.
Yeah, that's what I was doubting with as well. Okay, they're off the board then.
Yeah, gonna write that down.
The Montreal
I'm gonna
Expos
pull
were
them
just
off the-
MTL.
MTL.
Sad.
Yeah.
All right, Mets are off the board. Okay, Barney, you get 4th.
Yeah, with the 4th pick, I'm gonna take the Miami Marlins.
What? Dude,
It's a good logo, Tuan.
no. I don't like that logo one bit. All right. I'm taking the Brewers.
Oh man,
Alright.
that is a good one. Yeah, I had them in my top 5. Just a second, I gotta catch up here. Mill. So that's the 5th overall pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. A lot of M's. We like cities
lot
that
of
start with
Ms.
M so far.
What do I did? I said the Brewers, right? Yeah.
You did.
Central. Okay.
Great.
Ollie, you get 2 picks now.
I get 2 picks. All right.
Let's see what batshit
Yeah,
terrible
exactly. I was
logo.
like,
You're gonna pick the Twins
oh
logo.
my god. Yeah.
I picked the old Cleveland baseball team logo.
Ollie, you can't. That's not even in the running. Well, I'll do it anyway. Oh boy. Okay.
It's an international free agent.
Yeah, Barney gets to add 2 logos. Why don't I get to add 2 logos?
Oh my god.
Because I wrote down on the document that I'm in charge.
Yeah. And that's how being in charge works.
Yep.
All right. I am going to pick a classic. I'm going to pick the Cincinnati Reds logo.
Dude, you have such bad taste.
What the hell? My God, what are you doing?
And just
Dude,
to annoy Barney.
these were
Just to
nowhere-
annoy Barney.
The Reds,
gonna
I
pick-
honestly expected that logo to go undrafted.
Yeah, me too.
Ollie's
And-
not planning to win. He's a modern MLB owner. He's tanking.
God, Jesus Christ. This is Kevin Mather all over again.
Except that
boy.
Mather was doing it maliciously, and I'm doing it because I just suck.
All right, get another pick, Ollie.
Yeah, with the seventh
make
pick,
it work.
I'm going to pick the Seattle Mariners logo.
That's also an awful logo.
Yeah, it's also really bad. Oh, okay, I'll take it off the list. American League West. Worst.
I mean, it's
Um,
I did expect the Mariners logo to get drafted at some point.
I did not expect that within the first, 6 picks.
No,
that
I didn't expect
there
that to
would-
be
that
the
there
first-
would be
The
No,
third
that there would be
round.
2 AL West teams that would have been drafted right now.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
All right.
God damn.
All right. Really excited with my draft so far, then.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Ollie not participating in this is really leaving a lot of power picks open.
guys,
Oh,
guys,
boy,
I'm
okay,
winning is what I'm doing.
All right. With my third pick. Is it my third pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm taking. Okay, so this is all right. So who's still on the board? We got a bunch of letters on the board. I just don't like the letter logos. I'm gonna put that out there.
Just leave
Not
him
a
for
big fan
Ollie,
of that.
apparently.
Yeah, I will pick them up.
Okay, guys.
Okay, so all right, I'm kind of doubtful, but I'm going with I'm going with the Phillies logo.
All right.
Phillies as my third pick. I got almost everything that was on my draft board. Really happy with that.
All right, let's see.
You're welcome.
Marking Phillies off. All right, so then I've got 2 picks now. So with my third round pick, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals.
All right, decent.
And then to start off the 4th round, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah. Okay. Los Angeles Dodgers. Where are they? West. First one drafted in the NL West. American League East, nobody's drafted them yet. To be fair.
I feel like a lot of
Those
them are going to get picked up pretty soon, though.
Yeah. I mean, at least one of them.
I would have picked up the old Rays or old Blue Jays logos in a heartbeat, but
Yeah,
The
so
old
here's my
Rays
question.
logo.
Here's my question.
Yeah,
I
with
have
the
a quick
C-flap
question,
flap.
Barney, the race logo you have here,
Yeah.
right? There's also a race logo where there's a baseball field behind it.
So these logos are the ones that when I Googled the teams, or when I searched the teams on Wikipedia, these are the ones that showed up under team logo. Not cap insignia, but logo.
So I'm not allowed to pick the race, but then say it's their official, the current logo, but then with the field behind it, because I think that's also part of their logo.
I'm going to say for consistency, so that we don't all go with alternate
Yeah,
versions
okay.
of the logo that we like
Okay.
more, we're going to stick with what's on the board.
All right, okay, I can
So-
agree with that.
oh yeah, so the one with the just little infield behind it,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just the base paths.
Because that's kind of pretty. All right, then my 4th round pick will be the Blue Jays logo.
All right.
I love how quiet it gets.
I know we're interested. Now I'm really interested. I want to see what Ollie does.
Yeah. Get another double pick to make us go insane.
All right. With my 4th round pick, I'm gonna pick the Kansas City Royals.
Okay.
All right.
That's the best of your picks so far.
So I don't like that logo, but I understand how people might like it.
yeah, I don't like it either, but there's something special to it though.
It's
It's one of the few special logos left on the board.
it's got an aesthetic.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
All right.
All
And
right,
with
let's
the 5th
start
round
on the
pick,
5th round.
the 5th round, It started with a pick of the Baltimore Orioles.
All right, I like the Orioles.
I don't like that logo at one bit. Okay. Not
How
gonna
are my
bash
picks
on
getting
you
better in the
anymore.
later rounds?
They are.
They are, yeah.
I like the Orioles logo. I
Still,
had that in my
well,
top 10.
The Angels having the first. Oh my god.
I know. We're gonna talk.
How long
talk
has it
about
been
all
for?
later.
Yeah. How? Yeah. Okay.
So why you got your 5th round pick?
I got my 5th round pick. Okay, who's left? Okay, I think I have my No, not that one. So I have a well-rounded. I'm not really that well-rounded yet. I have some well-rounded in the sense that I have some round ones.
Mm-hmm.
I have just a bird. That's cool. I'm gonna go with the Rays logo now. Tampa Bay.
Is that TBR or TAM?
I think TBR.
It's TBR.
I'm gonna go with TBR. Let's see. So that is number 14 overall. Cool. All right. So I've got a double pick now.
Yeah.
Great. With the final pick of the 5th round, I'm gonna take the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
All right.
That I was doubting with that one.
And then I'm going to follow that up with, wait, I gotta write this down, the Chicago White Sox.
Interesting.
Okay.
They didn't expect him to go this early.
Chicago White Sox?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it's not that early.
No. Here's my pick. I'm going with the Giants.
All right.
The Giants
Also
of
one
San
that-
Francisco.
Yeah, one that I didn't expect to go this low. So happy to pick him up.
All right, Ollie, you got 2 seemingly random picks.
All right. I'm gonna pick the Chicago Cubs.
There's a lot of value picks here, I feel.
Yeah. See, at this point, I'm kind of shocked when there's no cries of outrage after I make a pick.
No, Cubs. is
Honestly,
fine.
you've picked most of the really bad ones already.
Yeah, so that's why there's a lot of value picks left right now. Oh boy.
And then I don't know. Hold on. Then I guess I'll pick the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, that's a surprise. Okay.
Like, I'm not going to argue with it, but I still disagree
Yeah, me too.
with the way that you think about things.
All right. So we got the Braves.
We're playing
Nats.
chess and Ollie's playing checkers.
Yeah,
I'm playing 4-dimensional checkers.
which is still bad. Yeah. All right. Just having a look here. Just like taking stock of where we are at. We're in the 6th round.
We're in the 7th round.
7th round. So there's 3 picks remaining.
Yeah.
So kind of like a best of the rest scenario here.
Yeah.
There's still some round logos, but one of them is the Astros. I don't feel like picking the Astros.
We're drafting the logos, not the organizations, though.
I know.
Can we pick the
Okay,
Astros
I'm picking-
logo where it's an asterisk in the background?
Yeah, that's my pick then. No,
again-
I'm just picking. I'm picking the Houston Astros logo. Yeah, that's my 7th pick. I like that. That's 7. I have an idea for 8. I just don't know if I'm gonna land it.
All right. With number 9 and 10, I'm going to take Boston and Atlanta.
Oh wow! All right. That's me again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's
guess-
controversial to take a logo that has like Native American iconography on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm steering away from it. But you go ahead. You do you. I'm
I'm not going to pick the Angels.
gonna go out on a limb here.
All right, Barney.
No, am I going to go out on a limb? I don't think I want to. So I'm okay. I'll do Minnesota Twins
Okay.
as my 8th pick.
Not Leuven Twins.
No, I was doubting, but then I saw that there's not a lot of detail in the Leuven Twins logo, and I was like, nah. It's kind of like a Paint logo, you know?
It is a little MS Painty.
Yeah.
It's a very MS Painty logo. All right.
Coach
my
Daniel, if
eighth
you're
round
listening to
pick,
this, we love you. Ollie, you've got your last 2 picks.
I do have my last 2 picks.
A lot of tension.
What
here.
even is still on the board? See the list.
Very east. Little Twins. Yes.
All right. In a potentially controversial move to round out...
The other controversial moves you've made.
yeah. No, to round out so that I have at least one logo from every division, I'm going to take the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh my god. Jesus. Way to pick the worst of the worst right there. All right. Oh my god. Oh.
All right, Ollie, who's your very final pick? Okay, I don't think that they're the worst of the worst, but...
I mean, they're pretty close.
With my very final pick, out of pity for the entire organization, I'm going to pick the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to round my roster out. And
Wait,
it's me, right?
yeah, I'm just lagging behind.
Yeah. So I don't have any letters. So I'm going to go with the best letters on the board still. And that's San Diego. All right. I'm happy. I don't know who I have. But I'm pretty sure I did good. Wait, I got Montreal.
Wait, Ollie, you picked Detroit at some point, right?
Yeah.
Gotta cross that off. All right, with the very last pick of the 2021 logo draft, I'm gonna go with the Oakland Athletics.
Okay. All right.
So the picks that were left on the board: the Washington Nationals, the Pittsburgh Pirates, Cleveland Indians, Texas Rangers, and our very own
Rangers.
River
You
Twins.
picked
Rangers got drafted.
Right, I picked.
You drafted the Rangers.
I did draft the Rangers. They were still on the list. And our own River Twins.
Did somebody draft the Rockies?
No one drafted the Rockies.
Then they're
Why are the
still
Rockies
on the
gone?
board as well.
I don't know.
And the Colorado Rockies, I suppose.
Okay.
All right. I'm putting together my list real quick because I forgot who I...
Yeah.
I'm really happy though.
So yeah, let's each type these up now.
I feel like you guys are not happy with my picks. But I'm
Say
okay
that
with
again. I mean, I'm happy. Like from my own standpoint. Minnesota. And the Giants. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
I'm really
gonna put
happy
them
with
in
my
order.
pick.
Uh,
Yeah, me too.
No, wait, I picked them next.
I gotta put them
I
in
don't know how to
order
spell
now.
Cincinnati. That's not how you spell Cincinnati.
All right, so I power ranked all 30 logos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really glad that Ollie was participating in this game because I didn't have to pick anything that I ranked below 15th.
Okay.
My last pick was my 12th ranked logo. So,
The Ace? Okay.
yeah. So I only had to miss 3 of my top 12.
Thanks, Ollie.
You're welcome. Where were the Angels in that list?
I had the Angels at number 17.
All right.
So your first pick was below my last pick that I got.
I'm okay with that.
So, all right. So let's talk about some of these. Ollie, I think that we should address your tastes first.
Should we?
Why the Angels? Yeah, why the Angels?
They're simple, and they evoke, and they're all right. So they're a simple letter logo, which also has the halo, which represents what their team name actually is. Like, I like that. And so, like, I like the idea behind the D-backs logo, which is why I ended up picking them, despite the fact that it's ugly as fuck. So I like the idea of the letter, which also evokes the team name without actually stating the team name.
Okay. All right.
So I feel
A
like the
couple other
Angels
things
pulled
on
that
here.
off and the D-backs did not.
Yeah. What about the Reds?
Yeah.
It's just a cool
It's
C,
my
honestly.
opinion that I think it's a terrible C, but
They've had,
difference of opinions.
Unfucking believable.
they've just had the same C since however long. I don't know. Points for consistency.
I mean, I've
Alright.
had the same pair of underwear since I've been like, 10 years old, but that doesn't mean that it's my favorite pair of underwear. I mean, or that it's pretty.
Yeah, certainly not that it's your best pair of underwear.
No, exactly. So just because it's been around for a long time doesn't mean that it's good.
All right,
Just look at the
then I've got one more question for you, Ollie.
Yeah, what's up?
The Mariners in your top 3.
Yes.
Why? You
Why
you
not?
had a pretty open board of logos when, particularly of like circle with baseball logos.
Yeah. Your point?
Why did you go with the Mariners?
Why should I not? Is there a reason I shouldn't?
No, I'm legit curious. You had the Rangers, you had the Twins, you had the Yankees, all up on the board when you picked the Mariners. I think was that
Because all the
before
other
Brewers. No, the Brewers had already been picked.
Yeah. So I would have picked the Brewers in that spot. Let's see, had the Mets been picked yet?
Yeah,
Or were they
I think
later?
They were
Mets
first.
in the first round.
Yeah. So Mets and Brewers had already been picked, and besides that, all the other like circle with baseball logos are all just like a letter or the name of the team.
Okay. I can kind of see that.
Okay.
And the Mariners at least have the fun Compass Rose thing going on.
All right. Yeah, I'm not trying to tell you that was a wrong pick. I just thought that it was an interesting pick because there were a lot of like kind of similar, what I considered like very middle of the pack logos with a lot of the like circle baseball in the middle team name.
Yeah. So like the Mets are better because they just have the New York City skyline in the background, which is a cool touch. And the Brewers just have an objectively better logo with the I like the MB, which also forms a glove.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Brewers have a great logo.
Yeah, happy with them at number 2 for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Compass Rose integration into the design.
Okay. Yeah, I think my big issue with the Mariners logo is that I find the colors pretty uninspiring. And they are pretty like Pacific Northwesty. Seattle's like, it matches those colors quite a bit. But I don't think that like for logo design it's very exciting. It's pretty low contrast and everything.
Yeah, there is that.
But I think that it's pretty clear from the way that I drafted that I tend toward color combinations more than I do to like maybe some of the designs that are on the logos. So Tuan, you want to talk about some of your picks? You got Milwaukee first overall or second overall in your first round.
Second overall was Montreal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Expos. Yeah, I think it was between that and the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I went with the. So what it came down to for me was the colors. The Montreal colors, I think, work so well together. It's such a well designed, overall strong logo, and it also has the nostalgia factor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I couldn't really resist picking that one first over the Mets. Mets were very close second. Happy with that I got Brewers number 2. I really thought you were going Brewers. Instead, you went Marlins, who were nowhere. They were nowhere near the top of my power rankings. I think after next to the Mets, I got everybody that I wanted. Phillies at 3. Yeah, that Bell.
Yeah,
of course,
the
it's
Liberty
also
Bell is like classic.
Yeah, it's also my team, but still, just the big P. If it was just the big P, I wouldn't have picked him. But because the Bell is behind him, that makes it, that swung it in their favor. Blue Jays always had a thing for that logo. The Rays is just it has a nice font, nice feel to it.
The Rays and the Royals to me, I quite dislike both of those logos. And the reason is they both seem like they're like breakfast diner logos or like motel chain logos. Like the Royals just looks like a motel chain logo to me.
Yeah, but I do like the sturdiness of the Rays logo. I think it's one of the few where it's just like, okay, here's our name, but we're gonna do it in capital letters, and it's gonna look pretty like straightforward, and I like that.
Yeah,
the straightforwardness of it.
Okay, so
I think the Giants were a good value pick for me because it's just a nice logo. I mean, it just looks good. Did you do something?
yeah, so I
Yeah,
just
the
sent in
old-
our Discord chat.
The old one
the
is
Tampa
really
Bay
bad.
Devil Rays logo, which is one of my favorite baseball logos of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
I there's a good chance I would have taken that first overall.
Yeah. And then I kind of just went like Houston, Minnesota to round. I rounded out my roster a little bit as well. I have some letters, I have some words, I have some circly boys, and I got a bell.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have the most well-rounded roster in my opinion. But I have no clue on your guys' roster. I'm just saying that because I like what I did. All right. Barney.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
roster is
so,
pure chaos.
Yeah, that's...
Ollie,
That's-
you tanked so that we could thrive.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with my roster. I had the Mets as the best logo overall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really glad I got to pick them up. I put a pretty heavy emphasis on color diversity,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I'm happy that I got both the Mets, the Marlins. So that's why I had the Marlins super high. I also I'm a sucker for a fish logo. It's kind of fun.
You're a sucker for a fish.
And I think that colors match the team really well. Like the old Florida Marlins logo, I thought was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I love it because it's terrible. But I thought it was really bad, and I really like this particular iteration of the Marlins logo. I like the blue and orange. I got that from my first two picks. I was happy that even for my ninth pick, I was able to pick up the Oakland A's because they have a really unique color palette among the logos. Are they the only one with green? That's crazy. That they're the only
they
green
are.
logo.
That's weird.
Are they the only team that plays in green ever? Like outside of like Veterans Day?
The Mariners kind of play in green. They have like a teal. So depending on whether you consider that in the green spectrum.
I meant more like a pure green, like forest
then
green
they're-
or lime green or something like that.
Yeah.
Guys, I got breaking news.
Yes.
The Boston Red Sox have acquired Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, per Jeff Passan.
I saw this earlier.
Dang it. That's too bad.
Ollie,
So
had
it's
you heard,
not. It's
had you heard that the Red Sox picked up Bryant?
I had not.
Are you excited about that?
No,
Yeah,
no,
give us
I
your
am
take,
not.
Ollie. Why?
Fuck,
Why not?
because they're in my division. I don't like
I'm
that.
gonna look at Bryant's stats real quick. Okay, give me a second.
We're talking about Chris Bryant, right?
Who?
Chris Bryant. That's
Oh, no,
that's
no.
what we're talking about.
No. What?
It's
Who's that?
come on. No, we're talking about the 6'1", 210-pound
Oh.
righty out of Jacksonville, Zachary Dennis Bryant.
Oh.
He's 22, right?
Yeah, he's 22 years old. He had a 1.13 ERA. Yeah, 1.27 ERA with the Cubs in the minors in 2019. So I mean,
All right, forgive me for
I can
thinking
see
that.
why.
Forgive me for thinking that we were talking about the all-star outfielder from the Cubs, Chris Bryant, or outfielder and third baseman.
Well, that was supposed to be the goal.
Yeah, that was.
It's just
God
Jeff,
damn
bait
it.
and switch.
Jeff Passan tweeted, and I was like, "What? How is this not in the news? It's 15 hours ago." And then I read the full tweet. And I was like, oh man,
I think that's what everyone thought.
dude.
That was the first thing I read on Twitter this morning.
Yeah, I felt bad for him that he had a fly land on his head on camera, and now I don't anymore because of this. All right.
All right, so let's wrap out a couple things.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm kind of even upset with myself that it took me until the 7th round to pick up the Boston logo. I really like the Boston Red Sox. I think that's an
No.
underrated logo.
Nah. It sucks. Come on.
Yeah, it's great.
It sucks.
No.
I
It
think that it's
sucks.
kind of interesting
It
that,
sucks, and they're socks.
that I got
The logo
both.
sucks because it sucks.
I got both New York teams and both Sox. So I've apparently got a type. What do you guys think is the worst logo? If we take out the Löwe Twins logo.
I feel like a Löwe Twins isn't even the worst one.
I don't think it is.
I'd say
Cleveland.
It's just
I think it's Cleveland.
See, I don't
It's
agree
just
with
a
that.
red sea.
And
Let
I
me
think,
say this. I think it's the Arizona Diamondbacks. I really don't like that logo.
Okay. So
I have nothing against the Diamondbacks per se, but they're like my least favorite MLB team. Just because they're not cool.
I see
They're
I see
just
where you're
not
coming
cool.
from.
do you
Like,
miss
I
the
see
old
where you're
purple
coming
and
from
gold?
on the
Yeah,
yes.
I do.
But I do see
Now
where
they're
you're coming
just-
from on like the Diamondbacks logo is ugly, but they fucking tried something. The fucking Indians did not. They just put a C there because they were racist.
Yeah, but
as
what
fuck
about
for
the
100
Pirates
years.
then?
Well, they haven't picked a new team name, so it's a placeholder.
They should have
But
done
here's the
that like a
thing.
decade ago. That's no excuse.
All right,
I agree.
I think that the Rockies is the worst one, and
Yeah,
I think that like
I think
I think it's harder to read than the Cleveland just plain red sea.
yeah.
I think that like
All right.
like I like the colors as like team colors, but I don't think that they look good the way that they are in the logo. I think that it's just like it looks like a bunch of like ugly lines.
And there's so much, like there's so much things they can do with like the Rockies and a mountain, something like
Yeah.
that. And I don't get why they're not doing it.
Yeah, this logo like simultaneously has too much going on in a bad way and not enough going on in a good way.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
think that
All
the
right, I
Rockies
can
have
see
the
that.
worst logo.
I can see that.
Let's see.
The Pirates logo does kind of the same thing. Like at
Yeah,
least they
but
have
the
a
Pirates-
stylized P,
Yeah, I like the little flair that it has on it.
but
And at
I do
least-
miss like
At least the
Buccaneer.
Padres have the decency to make their logo like visually
A
like
little-
kind of interesting to look at, and also like relatively clear compared to the Rockies logo.
I feel like Padres have shown a lot of decency over this offseason, and
Yeah.
it reflects in their logo.
Exactly. I appreciate the Padres a lot more this year than I did
Yeah.
last year. So there's one other logo that I personally want to call out here while we're chatting about them,
Yes.
and that's the Tigers logo. Because
Okay.
the Tigers logo barely comes off as a D. Certainly doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it's related to Tigers to me. I was talking to a couple of my buddies about this yesterday. It's like a Rorschach test.
Oh yeah. It
I
is.
don't know
what
what
do you
it
see in
is,
this?
but it's interesting to look at. And
I think
I had a really tough time placing it. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it actually a D? I don't know.
so. I think we see it as a D, just because we know it's for Detroit. But now I'm like turning it on its side. So like the big letter, like the big part of the D, the front part is like on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
It's, yeah, I still don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be.
To me, it looks like Mall Ninja brass knuckles.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Also, it's like,
All right. I put the history of the Detroit Tigers logo in the chat. Thoughts?
what, 1927?
1927
What the fuck
is
is
so
that?
good.
What is that?
Oh my god! If we, so maybe we'll do this in the future with like historical. Like I can put together some like
want
non-modern logos.
Just I want one draft where we just do any MLB logo all time. Just you look
You
up
can
your
also do
own
like
favorite
alternative jerseys and such.
I was gonna say that can be one of
Yeah.
the next ones that we do. Is just
Yeah.
alt jerseys or jerseys in general.
Yeah. All right.
But if we do that draft, I think that we're gonna have some competition for not drafting the 1927 Tigers logo first overall, because I would do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can find a 1927 Detroit Tigers jersey, just to see how they handled the tiger, if it's actually somewhere close to that. Oh my god, it's on. Okay,
Oh, can I get it on eBay?
It's
can I get
on
a
the
cap with
jersey!
that tiger on it.
it's on the jersey. I'm showing it. It's coming to the Discord. There we go. It's right there.
That's so good.
My god.
Oh my
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god.
no.
So guys,
Imagine.
Oh no. Oh god, no.
Okay, I'm tweeting this.
oh my
This
god,
is
this is so
going
good.
to the. This is going on the Twitterverse.
Oh boy. Oh, it's gonna be fun to edit later.
I'll get one of these caps.
I'm going to Twitter.
Please do. Please start wearing that to practice.
The 1927 Detroit Oh, shit. Okay.
I did just
Dude,
order
you
some
get-
new practice gear, and I'm really excited because it shipped today.
You guys want to see an MVP baseball mod, which puts the 27-28 Tigers in the game?
Yeah, I just saw it as well, but it's pretty funny.
It's so fucking stupid. Who the fuck looked at this and went like, here, see, this is a great idea. God damn.
Where did I put
This
it?
is
Where did I put
atrocious.
it? 1927 Detroit Tigers.
Sorry, audio editing, Ollie. I'm typing a work email right now. I guess this
That's
will
fine.
probably get cut out because we're all just being quiet and Googling for a minute.
Yeah. All right, Bleacher Report, what you got as the worst logos in MLB history?
Oh, it's
Ugh.
not that Tigers logo. That Tigers logo is so good. Also, the worst is it's always Cleveland.
Oh no, so these have minor league teams also.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Some of these aren't even that bad. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? I mean, granted, I have not demonstrated the most consistent approach to logos, but, you know.
Dude, your approach, I think, is consistent. It's just, it's...
Consistently different.
You're just like you're doing like on an orthogonal axis to what we consider good.
Yeah.
Should I wrap up the episode just so that we can keep doing this?
Let's really
Yeah,
quick
let's-
see. There's two things that I want to touch on. One, is there anything that you guys want to say about any of the logos? Any questions you want to ask? Any comments you have?
No, not really.
All right.
No.
The other thing
I'm
that
good.
I'd like to maybe throw in at the end of the episode here is for today's games,
Yeah.
Yes.
any that you want to call attention to, any that you're
yeah.
planning on watching. I mean, like the times aren't like great for us over here, but
So I'm excited for the Jeff Mathis experience. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
will be watching Phillies against the Tigers. Just because. Jack Flaherty is pitching for the Cardinals against the Nationals. That might be interesting. And the Padres against the Mariners might be a little bit boring because Marco Gonzalez is pitching, but you know, could be fun.
all right.
Gotta watch Tatis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
I
the
think
Jays.
my big game
'Cause
to watch
obviously-
is the Red Sox Twins game. I'm interested in that.
All right.
The Red Sox hopefully are looking to bounce back this year, and the Twins, like everyone says, they're gonna slap. So I just want to see that.
All right. Thanks
All right.
everyone for listening.
Shout
it's
out
been
if
fun.
you think that Arizona and Colorado is going to be the best game of the day. Hit us up in the comments.
Because then you're pretty optimistic. Okay. So, yeah, you can find us all on YouTube, wherever you get your pods. Be sure to check out any of our other content that we'll be pushing out. Spring training is upon us. We're excited. I'm happy. Barney, say goodbye to the people.
See y'all next time.
And Ollie, say something without making a joke out of it.
Something without making a joke out of it.
That was not funny at all, so you were successful.
Yeah,
all right,
it's,
see you guys.
it's lost its impact.
It's fine.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.